Welcome, party folks. Today, we're going to be going over the wonderful and newest updates to the Forge, as well as talking about what's ahead of us. We have some pretty exciting news and some brief stuff to talk about. First of all, V14 is live. V14 is a pretty momentous update. It comes with significant changes. For instance, Foundry have started introducing basic full levels control within Foundry VTT. I'm actually going to go ahead and transition to this scene. I hope it works right. Yes. Okay, perfect. So you can see here that Foundry has released their stable version. I'm sure many users are already aware. Foundry VTT has added, beyond many things, scene levels, native scene support at that. Users might be aware of previously existing modules, such as what's been introduced by the Ripper. And you can also see that you can now pop out applications. This is massive, especially for those of us using multi-monitor setups or with a lot of screens, real estate in general. It's going to make it so much more interesting to run and so much more useful. I think that we're going to see a lot of great things out of V14. However, Foundry VTT V14 is a huge update, and it's going to introduce a lot of the features you know and love. However, what it's also going to do is break a lot of modules and packages. This isn't V14's fault, but even on a live stream world, you'll notice we're still on V13 stable. Simply put, that is because V14 breaks a lot of content. So don't update until you are ready. Make sure any modules that you absolutely rely on, as well as any systems and adventures that you're running on, will work fine in V14. And always make sure to make a backup. If you ever need help, you ever need support, we are available to help with that. We're also introducing a few fixes still for V14. Users might notice things are a little clunky for stuff such as assets backup. Backing up assets is not entirely smooth from V13 to V14. You might experience some issues, and we've also been having to do some updates to our D&D Beyond Compendium browser functionality. So I would recommend holding off on that if you rely on any of those features. We've been doing a few bits of bug cleanup. For instance, we have an upcoming release, currently blockered, but we are going to start checking the compatibility of systems when we update packages. For context, right now, the Bazaar has an unfortunate limitation where when you update, checking for updates here, it doesn't always respect a system version when updating a package, even if that package relies on a higher system version. That is going to be fixed, and it's very exciting. Beyond that, our team continues to grow. We are still hiring for a senior software developer role. As you can see here, we have postings. We're going to remove this posting soon. We're no longer hiring for a DevOps engineer, but we are still hiring for a senior backend / full stack developer. We're looking for more people to work with our APIs and keep the Forge a smooth and very functional experience. If you are proficient with backend technologies, such as working with an MEVN stack or similar technologies even, we welcome you to apply. We're looking for people who are willing to learn, so if you don't have the exact skill set, we don't mind at all. Just make sure that when you apply, you email jobs@forge-vtt.com and make sure to send in your resume. It's hard to review a candidate without their resume, and you'd be surprised at how much that comes up. We're going to be getting into the Bazaar showcase here, and then get back to some of the news that's coming up about the Forge. But before we do, we are very thankful for anyone who shows up for these live streams. And so it's here I'm going to announce that our usual $20 gift card giveaway is live. If you'd like to win a gift card, feel free to type #AprilShowers in chat. We always welcome anyone and everyone who participates in our live streams and these giveaways. And first of all, we're going to start with some package showcases. First and foremost are the animated spell assets that you might be seeing here hidden on the map. We got a nice little blocky pool here, a little explosive thunder wave, and even an icy kind of grease, kind of perfect for a frost map. These are assets from Wild Magic Surge's animated spell 6. We've shown off quite a few of his packages in the past, and we like to think that they're definitely worthy, that these assets are always worthy of showcase. They're weird, vibrant, kind of blobby, very colorful, and good for setting up interesting scenes. Like, imagine putting some of this shimmering liquid in a square fountain, or otherwise just like absolutely like look at that. That's like an oil spout. Imagine what you can do with that on a map. Like, maybe the players literally strike oil and suddenly you turn the campaign into the Beverly Hillbillies. I like to think that'd be fun. You can also set them up with various automations. For instance, you can use them for the spells you cast, and I like to think it offers some nice variety and makes for some interesting kind of content within a campaign. Players always like it when the still map they're on suddenly sparkles. You can even do stuff like maybe appearance. We turn down the opacity a bit, and so instead of it being like super vibrant, you could put this in front of like a portal asset on the map, and then like, look at that, suddenly it's a lot more subtle and you can use it for a lot more stuff. Of course, that isn't all we're showing off today. We'll also be showing off Forgotten Adventures winter assets. I like to think Forgotten Adventures makes some really rad mapping content. You can see here, for instance, they have various snow textures. You can put it down and suddenly, the entire map's gone. But now we have all of this, and you can use it to quickly and hastily put down stuff like bushes. And this is very good if you got to make a map on the fly because your players have done something stupid and they are now diverging away from the content they were supposed to explore, and otherwise kind of go through and navigate the entire thing. It's basically the kind of thing you use to set up stuff on the fly or to adjust a pre-existing map. Like, maybe you've even created a map in Forgotten Adventures, but you want to have this stuff handy. Or maybe even you are aiming to set up a destructible environment map and you want to destroy some of these bushes. Well, put them down, and then if you want the players destroy them, you can just whoosh. I think that's pretty neat, and I like to explore stuff like that to kind of test the limits of Foundry VTT. Inherently, this we're not playing in person, and I think instead of like mourning the loss of like the closeness you can get by in-person play, you should instead lean into the strengths of a VTT. And one of the strengths is being able to do cool stuff like this. Already we've got a very basic map. Imagine if this was a bare scene and suddenly you've placed down these textures, you've even stretched it out so it's like a bigger map, and like the players are suddenly following the trail of like a Bigfoot or something. Being able to throw stuff together like that on the fly and make it look like it's halfway prepared is super cool, and I encourage it. I'm an FA Patreon subscriber. Can we have access? You sure can. So Team Moorland, what you do is you connect your Patreon to your Forge account and you ensure that you are on the appropriate tier. And then from there, you can enable all these packages as a Patreon subscriber. And once you have done so, you'll be able to just go through and enable all these, and they will show up under the Bazaar tab here. And then you'll go and find the map in question. You'll see we have quite a few of them from the past. And these are all stored for free on your account, which is freaking amazing. It's super convenient. It's super awesome that Forgotten Adventures has worked with us to offer this. And it really makes the Forge experience better for a lot of users. I kind of like a lot of the video gaming aspects of VTTs where it's super easy to just stuff on the fly. If you have like a paper model or printed map, it can be harder to like, you're literally having to like pin scroll out assets. There's nothing wrong with that, and I do it all the time with digital maps. But I think if you can lean into the strengths of a VTT, you should try to do it because it enhances the play so much. And unfortunately, a lot of people, including me, can't get their groups together in person. The final bit I wanted to showcase is the wetlands map, the one we've been exploring. Wetlands map is by Map Doctor. He's very good at what he makes. And you can see here that we've got a nice, perfectly normal wetlands map. It's very simple. There's not a lot of complexity to it, but that's also good because it's a lot of cover. It's a lot of thick terrain. Maybe expand the walls a little bit more. And you've got yourself something just like perfectly fine. You can change it up. You can see that Map Doctor has various versions, for instance. A greener map if you want something a little more swampy. He has a more flowery version of the map if you want something a little more swampy with lily pads. We can even do a toxic wasteland. Let's see what that looks like. This looks like where I'd farm Zulrah on RuneScape, to be honest. So there's all sorts of stuff here, a lot of potential, and the maps that you get with Map Doctor come pre-made and already pre-walled and the like. So I heavily recommend checking out his content. Like, oh my gosh, this is so ambient. This is definitely a map I'm going to run for my Halloween campaign. These maps are pretty cheap, as is all the content I've showcased today. This whole map pack is only $5.99 in the Bazaar Marketplace. That's a lot of value for something your players are going to run and encounter on. The Arctic expansion assets by Forgotten Adventures was only $4.99, and WMS's package was only $4.99. Now, taking the time to watch the live stream, feel free to shoot any feedback to us for V14 or for any other functionality on the Forge. We have been taking a lot more of a dedicated approach to cleaning up everything and triaging issues more effectively. Our QA processes have improved massively. Our teamwork has improved a lot, our project management. So if any of you have any long-standing ongoing issues on the Forge or with any functionality on the Forge, always feel free to reach out to customer service and we will be available. That is it for the live stream. Thank you so much to everyone for attending, and I truly appreciate it. Have a great day, y'all.